Hi everybody, today we're going to be talking about how to make sorrel. What is sorrel, you say? Well, it has a number of names depending on where you're from. Here are some of the names it's known by around the world. My family's Jamaican, so we call it sorrel, but essentially it's hibiscus tea. You can buy the dried sorrel in the store packaged like this, or you can buy it in bulk some places. In our area, we've found that it's easier to find in grocery stores that stock more Hispanic foods. Sorrel has many health benefits. It's high in antioxidants and it's also rich in vitamin C. I actually read somewhere that it was higher in antioxidants than even green tea, and also it doesn't have any caffeine. It can help with digestion and pull salt out of your body, so it's also recognized as something that helps with your blood pressure. There were studies that were done that showed hibiscus may benefit liver health as well by increasing drug detoxifying enzymes and reducing damage. It also helps support your kidney health. This drink is delicious. It's tangy like cranberry juice, but it's also reminiscent of almost like a wine, but without the alcohol, unless you add it. And while it does have a ton of benefits, there are some things to watch out for if you drink a lot of it. It could stain your teeth if you're drinking high quantities regularly. Consuming large quantities could also lead to kidney stones and other adverse side effects. So make sure to moderate your intake as appropriate so that you can enjoy this wonderful drink and all of its benefits. As far as healthy intake, it's not advised to drink more than a quart or two per day, and that amount would be reduced for children and pregnant women. For this recipe, you will need dried sorrel, sugar or whatever you want to use as sweetener, orange peel, ginger, a cinnamon stick, whole cloves, star anise, this is optional, and water. If you don't have whole cloves, I've used ground cloves before, but it will make for a grainier texture unless you use a really fine strainer at the end. If you don't have a bottle of cloves, but you have something like mulling spices in your pantry, you can use that as well. It typically has a blend of those kinds of spices in it. When you're peeling your ginger, just remember the skin is really thin and you can peel it with just a spoon. Once peeled, cut into pieces. The pieces don't need to be super small as this is going to be strained out with everything in the end. Now time for the orange peel. This recipe is adapted from one my aunt gave me. Sorrel is typically for us something we make around the holidays like Christmas time, but I amped up the orange in this recipe to make it more citrusy, to give it a more summery feel. And you could use the juice and the rest of the orange if you want to. I just used the peel for mine. The peel has a lot of oils that pack a punch of orange flavor. Once you have all your ingredients, throw everything in a pot and move to the stove. Give it a quick stir to make sure everything gets mixed in. Then we're going to bring it to a boil. Once it boils, you're going to remove from the heat and set aside. We are then going to cover it and let it sit at room temperature for a few days. I've heard people say let it sit for 1 to 2 days, but I found that I get a richer flavor if I let it sit an extra day. Just give it a little stir once a day. It may stain anything that's wood and also your clothes, so make sure you're wearing something that you don't care about when you're making this, but also if you have a silicone spatula, try and use that to stir it. Okay, now we're going to strain everything. Don't throw away what you strain out just yet. You can actually put this back in the pot, cover it with some more water, and do it again to make another batch. It won't be as strong in flavor as the first batch, and you'll probably need to add some more sugar, but you can definitely get another batch out of what you have. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel to check out new videos as they post. Once you have it all strained, you can simply pour over ice and enjoy. But there are actually a lot of things you can do with this other than just drinking it straight. You can add a shot of rum and make it a cocktail, or add bits of fruit like a sangria. By the way, if you don't like it as strong, you can add more water at the end or cut it with another juice or with lemonade. We sometimes like to add ginger ale to give it a little fizz. It's not just limited to drinks either. You can reduce it further and make syrups or also use it to flavor other things. I actually plan on making a sorrel flavored cake in another video, so be on the lookout for that. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know if you try this recipe or if you have any different versions. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye! Don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other videos.